So now that we've got our colors roughly where we want them, the other thing to talk about is our loadout system. So the idea is, you notice as I'm switching through that my colors are changing, your models would cycle as well. So the idea is that when you set up your loadouts, you're also attaching a character avatar to your loadout, which is really cool because when you're playing online and you get tired of looking a certain way, you can just on the fly change to another skin, and it also helps you visually to remember what your loadout is, just so you have a little easier way to remember. Okay, so I'm the alien, I know that I was the strike rifle with alien, and so on. So for editing loadouts, right now we don't have very many options available to us. So let's see. Oh, wait a minute. So
Yeah,
somebody must have unlocked all the weapons.
You've gone through
a lot of options available to you.
You've unlocked all the weapons.
Okay.
And all the upgrades and stuff. So you'll be able to create some pretty dynamic characters for our multiplayer sessions.
Okay.
We should unlock skins that way, so they can try some different skins.
We can do that on pretty much everything. So yeah, I want to load in the debug.
These guys would have more fun if they can try some of these skins.
Okay. I'll make sure we have that.
Okay. Primary and secondary, we'll just do the MP5 and the hive cannon. You can also choose if you want which type of grenade. We have 3 grenade types to choose from. Super head grenade. And then how these perks work is basically you have a primary upgrade and then a bunch of secondaries. So for example, because we're using the hive cannon, maybe we want to choose heavy armor. We'll just keep ourselves a little safer for a bit longer. One of my favorites is the unlimited sprint. It's always a great thing to be able to sprint around the battlefield without getting tired. Another secondary upgrade that might be cool is you can heal people on the battlefield, so if you guys want to cooperate with each other, then you can try field medicine. Otherwise, maybe we'll just use quickness because it speeds up your reload. And then we'll go ahead and choose there's a lot of interesting things that we've built in. So for example, you can become completely invisible if you use the invisibility gun. And then if you go ahead and improve your melee, you become pretty deadly on the battlefield because you can turn invisible, sneak up behind your opponent, become visible, and just hit them real hard with your melee, and take them down really quickly. There's also another one too somewhere which you'd have to search for, but it's kind of cool with melee where if you hit people, it gives them the same effect as you would have if you got hit by a flashbang. So you hit them with melee and suddenly everything turns white. It's pretty devastating. So for now, let's do we'll do the improved melee. All right. So that's only number 2 loadout. When you get a chance to sit down and set up your loadouts, you can go through each of the 4 and set it up the way you want. And then the last thing I'd like to discuss too is your achievements. We didn't put a lot of effort into achievements. All the achievements that you unlock in this game are tied to credits as well. I talk a lot about credits and things in the store. And the idea is it gives you some advantage to unlocking these achievements because then you can buy more and cooler stuff for the game. So you see we have achievements, we have medals, and those are all things that you can sort through and check out on your own. Let's see, we have a split screen mode. Do you want me to go through the split screen mode for now, or just start with the online stuff?
Oh yeah, go do the full gamut.
Alright, we'll do the full gamut. Alright, just want to follow your lead there on what you want to show.
I figured we'll talk, what do you guys want to hear about? I figured it's everything in there anyway.
I'll just keep going. Alright, so for the split screen mode, basically we have the option so that 4 people can join if you want to play invasion mode or the multiplayer mode. And the idea is when you want to set your loadout, press A. Now here are where your loadouts are available to you. So there was our number 2 loadout that we just made. Back out. And then what we're going to want to do when you begin is you confirm players by pressing 2. Once everyone presses 2, it does the countdown and takes us into the next page. No, it'll happen after this. No, it still doesn't count down. So then you have your competitive mode, so if 4 of you want to fight together on the same screen, and you have your invasion. And then the invasion mode is basically like endless wave of enemies. They get increasingly more and more difficult. You just try to survive for as long as you can, taking them down. And of course, as you're defeating your enemies, you're also gaining credits, and then you, again, go back to the store and use those credits to purchase new items. So real quick before I go to the online, I talk a lot about the store. So there's your store on your main menu. Press plus. So you have all of these things available to you. Right now you see they say sold because we've unlocked everything. Of course, when you begin, you won't have nearly that many weapons available to you. Upgrades, here's where you're going to purchase for online multiplayer. Julian, you mind starting up an online multiplayer somewhere over there?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. So we have some options that are immediately available to us. So if we want to go ahead and adjust our game options, control options, all those things we talk about so often here when we talk about Conduit, it's all right here for you. Plus you can do that from the menu when you're playing the game. Headset options, we don't have the headset plugged in right now, but we do have the headbanger headsets, which you can see on the table behind me. And then this is where you'll have your options to adjust that. Motion plus options so that you can calibrate and so on. Custom game, we're not going to play custom games today, but I will show you that if, using your friend codes, when you do want to go online and play, you have a lot of options that you can go in and adjust all the different locations. And just also too, we talk a lot about the different locations, but this is a great way that you can see some of what's available. Crash Site, Serenity, Springs Primes, Gartha, Whiteout, Sanctum Prime, Dig Site, Abyss, Avalanche.
How many locations?
12, I think, total. And then of course you have like different stats that you can do, like player health and speed of regeneration, your run speed, and all these things, even gravity, which is pretty cool. And of course those even scroll down further, so there's more stuff down here.
So you can increase your run speed that many, or is that only for the character itself, like your visualization of that?
You increase the run speed through that menu, you would host the game, and then
Okay. Okay, I was making sure that we were going to see some people when it all cranked all the way up.
Oh no, on the main, like the online modes, everybody's on an even like mode.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we have a lot of different modes to set here for our playlist. I think today we're just going to do Team Grand Bag. You see at the bottom it gives a description, collection of team games, 12 players max, free-for-all, objective-based deathmatch games, 8 players max, team deathmatch, basic objective games with no radar and no lock-on. And that's actually a question I know some folks were asking this last night. Is there a lock-on? Can you disable it? Well, this would be how you would disable it. Pure deathmatch with no radar and no lock-on. Collection of team games. So, alright, let's go to the yard bag. Find game.
What's the best way to make these lists?
Eventually, if Julian's got one up, we should be able to find it.
I think so. Let me check. You trying to connect now?
We doing scene grab bag, right?
That's not everything. You still have an option to vote on which level you want to go to and which type of game you want to play. And that's how you'll do the main online mode when you're playing with friends. Or when you're playing against people, out in the world. Is choose, everyone votes for which game they want to play. There's like 2 or 3, I think, available to you. Click on it, and then whoever wins, basically, when it randomly, when it decides who either got the most votes, or else if nobody votes, it just randomly picks one, and that's how you play the game. Okay.
What do you guys think? Good?
Anybody have any questions while we're waiting?
It's all pretty self-explanatory.
Okay.
About the gravity issue, and then we'll get the, how low, is it the lower you set it, the higher you bounce?
We'd have to test it. I'm assuming the higher it goes, the more gravity you have. The lower it goes, the more zero G you can go.
Yeah, makes sense.
So you could have your fictional movement, which,
We always wanted rocket boots in the game, and for whatever reason, we never actually looked at it. So it's the next best thing. like capture the flag using the ASE, except there are like hoop goals in the level, and then basically you have to try to make a break for it and toss the ASE through the hoops. So it's a lot more fun than you would think it is. It's actually pretty freaking awesome. I think you press fire and you throw it off. While you have the ASE though, you can still use melees to defend yourself. But that's when the cooperative aspects of this game really shine. Because, like, for example, we talked a lot about the Aegis device. That's the gun that absorbs bullets. But one cool thing you can do is, like, grab the ASE, have someone block you using the Aegis device. They run through the scene in front of you, collecting up all the bullets that people are firing at you to protect you, and then, you know, to give you a chance to get to the goal and score the point. So there's a lot of things like that that just make this multiplayer so good. So, and that's about it. And I think at this point we can turn it over to you guys to give you a chance to set yourselves up and let's do some multiplayer.
Just one note on that. We'll be doing a in-person multiplayer with a few stations set up. We're doing a split screen. Okay. Trying out a lot of good stuff. A lot of people in town. But the rest of the time here, if you guys have something. I have the
About 10 or 15 minutes of video.
Oh, okay. Of him explaining. Okay.
I mostly see him for part of it, then I stopped and I just ended it on the screen left, but you can probably hear him talking over it.
Yeah, that's fine. And I have his face, so I can cut that in.
And so I've got the small, like a 1-minute video where you can actually see him and the screen, and then I change it.
Yeah.
So just so you know, the stations that are not going to be doing multiplayer are these two at the end. Yeah. Alright. That's fine. I'll go back to you.
So we need to. We can do that. I mean,
Whatever.
Player customization is amazing. Knockouts is amazing. Your station doesn't have any
yeah, maybe at some point.
The colors are locked, but the skins are not.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You're gonna do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's either that or get a ticket. So.
Upgrades we are, we have already.
Unless you want to pay for the
We'll have all those
No.
off the bat characters. Looks like you're gonna have to get a little more money than that, but take a look.
I'll leave it with you.
Screen here on the
Should have had a chime.